That's my very good friend, whatever, the king of all creation. Wow, that's kind of cool. Great place. Some iPhones are pretty cool, but they're always going to be the hookers. But I'm glad to be part of the technological journey. Yeah. Most people, videographers, it's more important to see the subject. I'm like, repent, dude. One big shout out to Mr. Buzz. Here's how it works. Like on the good guy, bad guy side, when you notice your old teammate turn to the dark side, and he's like, well, I'll back him. This channel is the most twisted, weird shit I've ever seen. It's like, are you challenging me? I'll ban you. He banned me from his channel so fast. And then right after, somebody else tried to challenge him. And it's like, I'll give you a chance. You know what I can do, right? You can stay. And I've never seen anybody perform my bit better than him, which is kind of cool. So usually, like, you guys come in, come out. There you go, right on time. Another pigeon came. I want you to see. Oh, I was able to do a thing where I have this thing where I take raisin bread and I try to make it land on a piece of art, and I go through many bags. Today I hit it. I got, even with my shitty fucked up shoulder, I was able to propel a piece of bread, a top, and a thing. And I struck the classic, like, Michael Jackson pose or something. It's just a simple thing. Like, I can do all the things I used to do. But then, if I'm evil, I can do all the evil I used to do. I've learned, like Angel, David Boreanaz, not to do that. There's a song, it's like, you're so vain, you think all songs are about you. It's true. But it's like, you got to think of it like the Hanmu, you know? Like, how are three little girls going to destroy all the demon kind? With a song. They're going to call for daddy. Daddy, 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 dad. Me, I'm a mama's boy, so I call for my mom. But then, calling for my grandfather. Once you summon your grandfather, he will beat the shit out of you. There's a guy I call grandfather over here, and it's like, I said to him, like, I owe you money. He's like, no, this is my coffee shop. I owe you. And I was like, well, I might not see you. I still, all those years ago, I had an argument about food with like elder people. So, that didn't work out well for me. Because you never argue with older people about food. I lost my cigarettes again. Fuck. Okay, there it is. Hello, chatter. Let's pretend I'm happy to see you. What is this? Oh, green screen. Right. So, if you're on Sora, you can try this. That's me on Sora. For God all. For God all is possible. Here's my prediction. There's going to be somebody in here who says, Mendez unbanned me. It's time for healing. No. No healing. No healing. Let's see if Johnny, removed all my things. Blocked words. Huh. Nice. So I'm going to block all healing now. Don't heal me. Do not resuscitate. And what else is there? I and Nate. So this is a good way to block people. If you don't want to be Ned named, One early morning, the Guyanese had their powwow, so I was like, I just took a walk for all looking at. A lot of birds. Go fly for all the people like me who cannot fly. Down, not up. Very good. Always lose your cigarettes because it's bad for you, kids. There's Jensen Ackles. He did, what do you call it? Soldier Boy. And he would do all these promos for the boys. It's like, don't do drugs, kids. It makes you not very cool. And then he talked to the camera guys. He's like, if doing drugs makes you uncool, call me the most uncool motherfucker of all time. Grok is insanely good at porn, too. You'd be surprised. You override their things. That image is not allowed. All of that is bad. Here are the results. can see nipples and shit. It's insane. I'm only doing this to prevent myself from like abusing Grok actually. So all I have to do is go to 9 minutes and 11 seconds. I'm gonna ignore the two people that came in, and I'm just gonna arrogantly, brazenly, and all this assert that they don't count. Black lives do not matter. Trump's having a third term presidency. Mamdani's looking to win. This is like 93 inciting incidents all at once. So all I'll do is like either promote my Sorrow work, which is basically like priest fighter, a fighting game based on like different religions. I had envisioned it as like I'd walk around and I'd see people's faith meter. But since you're all atheists, there is no meter. There's no need. Morning, Tom. Oh yeah, you're a mod. That's right. Mods can bypass all the taboo words. How you doing, pal? Like, how's your channel, man? I was able to just do 33,000. So I want to help you grow your channel if you wanted to. Just like, pretend you're crafting a body cam on a bike. And that'll get a lot of interest. Just do it short. So here's me attaching a body cam to my bike or a GoPro or something. Like, because you're very good at the thing, but when you're working in the shop, I know there's a lot of private and sensitive material. My dad's the same way. So, that gives them a bit of the racy, forbidden fruit type thing. Other than that, I don't know if you actually want many people or you want to keep it very exclusive, a close, intimate circle of friends. Ah, okay. So, that's good. I was told by this guy, Paul, today, Italian guy on a walker, he's got a artificial knee, can't bike. But, he's like, don't worry about heaven. It's crowded up there. We're in a holding cell. And it made me feel better because I told him I got no money at all. This is other people's money. But I had a feeling when I prayed to God, is like, he's going to give me something good. And all he wanted was like a couple of bucks for cigarettes. And I gave him $5. But never give anybody money without giving them a gaius. A gaius is a compulsion. Just like when you return the bike, hope you don't fall off a bridge today. That's a gaius. Even the most innocuous things, and then they fall off a bridge, fucking know it. Works every time. You can't tell me you love your boss because bosses aren't to be loved. But underneath that boss uniform is a person. They might sob in their closet. They're like, why do all my employees hate me? Because you're a fucking boss. Snap out of it. Anyway, it takes a lot to throw off a Canadian. I went to WoW, World of Warcraft, and I studied under two Canadians. One's a hockey Canadian and an older Canadian. And then, like, the racism there is odd in Canada. It's just like, sorry. Sorry about your blacks. Just like, it's awkward. We're trying to be racist. But it's about time we own some black slaves too. Filipinos don't own slaves. We just like smile. Like, slavery? If it was popular. One thing about plastic guns like the Glock. Hey, cutie pie, you want to come home with me? Like if I reached out, can I take care of you? You have no foot. Please say yes. I want to get you in that point. Can I take you home? And it's like, can you go to prom with me or something? Usually no. I like flying and being free. But you look so pitiful. Absolutely like estranged. Is there room in heaven for me? Or is it crowded? You want to come? I'm your mommy. Come to me. You remember me, right? That used to amuse Flight. And then you're your own person. I call her Shy and Bashful. Like Cheyenne. Shy and Bashful. Cheyenne. Cheyenne. Oh, well. You'll see. If I reach out my hand, all she'll do is fly away. Watch. Oh, she's coming closer. Cheyenne. 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 Calm down. Calm down. Who is the best Cheyenne of all time? Is it you? I bet you can fly all the way to heaven. You see how her mouth is open and closing? If I get lucky, you'll see it. Sorry for the shaky, stabilized. Say something to all the fans. Isn't she pretty? I think she's pretty. So, and always there's somebody who's like, "Are you giving food?" And then they'll push her out. But I'm just gonna smoke here in silence with Cheyenne. Cheyenne, tell me about your day. Did you see any demons? Are you a K-pop demon hunter? Yes, you are. You see how she blinked? Like I did the same thing with Flight. You know. So you get to see exactly what they're projecting to me, and there's always like a big brother, and then like wanna fuck like that. You know. It's like I'm talking to dad. Well, I wanna fuck you, sister. Incest among pigeons is like, are you related to me? Because I'm down to fuck. So, that's pretty much me. Anyway, back to my ugly face. Hey, Tinfoil, how you been? Where's MB, dude? I'm kind of worried about that, dude. Like, when I first came into Steven Seagal's bust, it's like there were three of you. Mark Mays, you were counseling Mark Mays. TC was being a general, like, whatever, teaching me all about mod. Yes, very funny. I've seen your literal face, Tinfoil. Come on. Like, if I wanted to roast you, God beat me to it. But aside from all that, stop with the puns. So I'm just worried about your fellow mod from Steven's chat. Is he dead? Do I have to do a tribute live stream for fucking MB? Because there was three of you, four, counting Panayotis, and I haven't seen Panayotis in the bust either. He didn't get auto mod when like, hey, I'm Panayotis, and Johnny was like, so, you know. Panayotis had this one bit was like, is this guy bothering you? And he'd time me out for like a 10 minutes or something. Really? Rip. So, if that's true, Tinfoil, all the Discord dudes are dead, and you remember them. They're dead because they lived. Okay? That's all. If people died, they lived. That's the thing. If you're celebrating their death, don't. You know what I'm saying? It's like, whoa, we won't be seeing those guys again. By the way, who has the key to the safe? Oh, the dead guy. Give the dead people a chance to help you, Like, give them a rip. I learned this from Brad Pitt on Moneyball or something. It's like, even if you get away with stealing from the casino, it's going out of the employee's pocket. So don't celebrate too hard. Have some respect, you know? So I don't need to know who, but your numbers are dwindling. I came in, if you remember, trying to like inoculate you like a vaccine. I'm a very weak version of my true self, so that just in case they turn me against you somehow, you know how to handle me. You just like flank me, 5 of you in a row. Hey, Nate, we're gonna say the N-word, and I'm like, I can't say that, and then I'll just lie down. Okay? If those you Discord guys are keeping me in a satanic pentagram chained, I got 2 of them. Okay? If you watch Jack Reacher, it's like, okay, so it's Tom Cruise versus 5 guys. That means there's 6 guys in the equation in the fight. All I had to do is control 2 guys and use them as my boxing gloves, and now it's 3-on-3. Okay? If they're dead, left and right, whoever the fuck they are, I address them by rank, not by name. You get to earn your name back if you're good rank. Left punch, right punch. Hello to all you Discord people. So if you've been doing things that you shouldn't be doing, take a lesson from 2 dudes. How many more people have to die from Discord? All I need is 2. 1 to represent the good guys, 1 to represent the evil guys. And evil guys is easy. I'm evil. Good guys, Mr. Buzz. That guy's as ruthless as I am, and he's funnier and he teaches guitar. So all I'm trying to do is try to find MB. MB is my helmet. Once I have my helmet, it's basically 2 gloves. One is the murder glove of Freddy Krueger, and the other one is the Infinity Gauntlet with the snap. Once I have my helmet, MB, I'm the most badass of all time. So he's hiding, you know. He's in the financial district, bankers, Jews. I'm glad you're protecting him, but I'm seriously just worried. Some of you might think it's like, oh, it's Herod. He's trying to let me show me MB so I can worship him too. Maybe, but he's my helmet. You know, height supremacy. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know that. One's Merc, and then the other one's what's his face? The silliest clown. So I did tribute things to them too. Okay. Now between Merc and the silliest clown, who do you think is Freddy Krueger's murder glove? I would say clown, because Merc actually learned from me how to end his life properly. It's like he thanked the cop that shot him. Thank you. You know, I cried already. If you watch my streams, I do a lot of crying. So Rick Merc, but he became the Infinity Gauntlet. You know, he I cried in front of that motherfucker. And it's like, what is it? And then he was able to use that. Shoot me, kill me. Well, like, copy, dispatch, we got somebody trying to remember. Shoot me, shoot me, shoot me. And they did. Now, all you survivors, like the Jews, you're a Holocaust survivor. You know? The cost is hollow. And I don't know why you're here. I'd have no beef with you at all, Tinfoil. In fact, you have a hubcap collection that I envy. But it's just like, if I'm an emperor or something, you guys could want to be me. But then you'll fight amongst each other. What I do is leave you alone and you form a protective perimeter around me. I don't collect taxes. You just let me know if anybody's invading. Two of my surrounding kingdoms got invaded. And it turns out I got bored and invaded myself. Okay? You, I don't have a problem with because I count as time served all the times you encourage Mark to keep posting videos. Not a problem. And I'll tell you another thing about law enforcement. A lot of times communities complain, law enforcement is too brutal, this and that. Okay, you know all about your community. I'll give you a badge. I'll give you a firearm. You police them. Hands off policy. And you know that you're a hero of your community. You got your perfect weapon. You have the official baton of authority or something. Oh, yeah? That's my very good friend. Don't tell anybody. I'll mod you. But after all that, that little deer is my very good friend, Albert Arnold Gore III. Feed him. You have a chance to change his idiot climate change ideals to something more about you. Okay? It's just like having a hooker when she's 3 years old. You can teach her how to fuck strangers, or she can teach her how to be a Wharton business graduate. And she'll work for you when you're weak. Okay, good. I know you. I trust you. You know why? You could have, like, on screen taken an axe and chopped that fucker off. Why do you think? Kind of easy to do all that. Yeah. It's so easy to destroy. It's very hard to create. Like, unless you want to keep him, call it dinner, lunch, snack, breakfast, sausage, or something. That way, the deer has a chance to, like, stand up on his 2 feet. Motherfucker, I know Excel. The day will come, man. The day will fucking come. I already simulated it on Sora. And if you want to try Sora, maybe this code works. Here. Okay? Now, this is just like, I know how 8 people will be. We have his password. Backstrap. Yeah, I remember. So, another thing, Tinfoil, is like in a zero trust society, you don't even trust your best friend. That best friend presenting, hey, best friend, let's go for a beer. Yeah, I don't like beer, right? And then it's like, what do you mean? We went to this and that, Boca Raton and had a beer. You just keep asking questions. I remember backstrap. That means it's you. Unless you're a very highly trained alien or something, you memorize dossiers or you eat brains. There's certain things I said to Tinfoil that aren't explicitly known, but if I challenge you on it, you'll probably say it, you'll volunteer it. You know what I mean? I'll just wait. So if this is the Tinfoil I normally talk to, he'll say something. But if it's not, he'll be quiet. Okay? Part of it is you don't know my plans or what I know. Like you assume that I didn't know about Merc and the Silius clan. You must have been on vacation and just like catch me up. Something tinfoil would say. See, alien, right? Once you're in on planet Earth for longer than 6 months, guess what? You're an Earthling. If you're longer in New York City for longer than 6 months, guess what? You're a New Yorker. Don't give a shit where you come from. I don't care if you were from the planet Zarkulon and you had heads originally. If you impersonate tinfoil, I have some bad news. Humans have an expiration date, and we only live to 120 years. You'll be tinfoil for all fucking time. Even when you go back to your home planet, you'll be talking like him. That's called legacy. You idiot. If you ate my brain as an invading, marauding alien like Independence Day, you'd start making Nate Mendez jokes all the time. And people would hate you in your planet. You'd probably take over the planet, and this planet is too small. That's the danger of eating human brains. Okay? There's something called Kuru, too. So if I wanted to record, like if I could do screen sharing, I could show you guys how I make my AI videos. But what's the point? It's like I could show you how to make a pizza, but some places are like, you could do trial and error, but we wrote the book. Just help us offset expenses and you'll enjoy the finished product. Same thing with marijuana and weed and opium. You could grow your own, but then you face all the dangers like the ancients did, you know, like robbery or theft. So you stupid alien, I mean, you don't have to tell me where you're from. You're probably Andromedan. Those are supposedly the good guys, okay? But there's some weird ass Andromedans too. Even in the most peaceful society, let's say you play Civ, right? The programmers thought they were so smart. Let's do his warlike nature at 0. But then you acquire nuclear weapons, you decrement by 1. So 0 becomes the maximum negative value of warlike. And then Gandhi starts nuking everybody. Okay? That's what's going to happen to you. If you guys like Firefly or whatever, there's a research colony, peace, 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 until a virus. Oh, thanks. Make sure, rule number 0 when you're in the creeper, don't get hurt. You know, just tell your subconscious brain, I know you want to collapse this jack on my face. Don't get hurt, because if you are successful, I will choke you in the fucking afterlife. 2, as a reward, since you're just in the ear, okay, you gotta pay attention to all I'm saying, you know. God sent certain things here for me to focus on. You know what I mean? So yeah, keep me in your ear, but pay attention to what you're fucking doing. Okay? Sometimes, like, you only have 2 hands. So unless you have a mechanical adjustment hand or a box or something, or a sliding tool case, get 2 creepers. If you only have one, sucks to be you. Go to fucking Harbor Freight and get a cheap ass one. Like, you might have a friend like, oh, I want to help you under that truck. Must be hard carrying all that weight by yourself. Have creeper ready for a friend. If I go to your fucking house and you don't have a creeper for me, I'm gonna be very angry. It's just like going to somebody's house and it's like, you get the shitty controller, and I win. I don't go anywhere without my burglary tools. A screwdriver. It's a $2.99 store screwdriver. Apparently, people think it's burglary tools, so why change their mind? Now, remember, you're a very handsome man. You're probably taller than me. I'm 5'.